Alright, welcome back to Exam Help by K Academy. Today before us we'll be taking general mathematics and we're on the topic quadratic equation. So quadratic equation involves about 4 methods of solving. We have first of all the factorization method, we have completing the square method, we have the formula method, also known as the almighty formula. Then we also have graphical methods. So we have treated factorization in our previous video, so get in touch with our previous video on factorization. So this is completed the square method. So and also we'll be treating the one that has to do with formula method. So let's do justice to this, which says solving quadratic equation using completed the square method. Now, the question before us says solve the equation 2x squared plus 3x minus 8 is equals to what? 0. 2x squared plus 3x minus 8 equals to what? 0. Now, solution. First thing you do as a good student in mathematics is to what? Is to write down the question, you repeat the question. So you say 2x squared plus 3x minus 8 is equals to what? 0. Now, if you remember the general form of a quadratic equation, the general form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to what? 0. So a is the coefficient of x squared, while the coefficient of x is b, then c is a what? Constant. Alright, so don't forget this. It looks like this. So now, the first thing we will look at is the ax squared. This. You see that this x squared is not a unity. What do we mean by a unity? The unity is that there's a number attached to x squared. So the coefficient of x squared here is what? 2. So the first thing we will do is to divide through to make x squared a unity. To make x squared a what? A unity. So to make x squared a unity, the unity means to be on its own only. Divide through by 2. Divide through by 2. So if we have 3 here, we'll divide all through by what? 3. But here we have 2. So we'll say 2x squared all over what? 2 plus 3x all over what? 2 minus 8 all over 2 equals to what? 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So there's no need of writing that here. So when we cancel this, we'll have x squared plus 3x over what? 2 minus
4.
2 divide this 8 will give us what?
4.
So minus 4 equal to what?
0.
Goes to 0. Can you see this now?
Yeah.
Now, you can see this constant here, this minus 4. This is the minus 4. So this minus 4 here, we are going to take it to the what? To the right hand side, because this is the left hand side of the equation. We'll take it to the right hand side. So we'll say take minus 4 from left hand side LHS to what? Right hand side. So if we take it to the right hand side, it becomes x squared plus 3x over 2 is equals to 0 plus what? 4. 0 plus what? 4. As this going this way. Right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, rewriting again, we have x squared plus 3x over 2 is equal to what? 4. Is equal to what?
4.
4. And please do not forget that after solving this, we are going to have two answers, two variance answers. We see either x is equals to this or x is equals to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So now, the next step we are going to do is to take the square of half the coefficient of x and add it to both sides of the equation. I repeat now. Say take the square. You take the square of half the coefficient of x. In some places you have it like add the square of half the coefficient of x to both sides of the equation. So now which x we are talking about, because in algebra most students fail this. For example, if you are looking at this now, this is x. Why this one is what? X squared. So you say add the square of half the coefficient of x to both sides, sides of the equation. Now remember, I always tell my students, you have to read the question, understand the question. So when you say add the square of half the coefficient of x, that is the coefficient of that x, the coefficient of this x here is as coefficient of x here is equal to 3/2. So therefore, half of it, which is 3/2 times 1/2, right?
Yeah. And
that will give us 3/4. 3/4. So remember, it says add the square of half the coefficient of the square. So we'll still square it. So this is what we'll now do. We'll now say x squared plus x squared plus half the coefficient, add the square of half the coefficient of x to both sides. So we'll now say this is, take note, this is not minus, so this is equal to. So we'll now say 3/4. 3/4, right?
Yeah.
3/4. Add the square of half the coefficient of x. Now we'll put the x itself. If you like, you can remove it. If you like, you leave it. But I'll have to attach it here. So I've done my half here, which is 3/2 times 1/2, which is 3/4, right?
Yeah.
Giving me this 3/4. So the next thing I'll now do is 3/4 squared, that which says add the square of half the coefficient of x to both sides of the equation. So now remember, this is plus 3x over 2 equals to 4 plus
0
plus 3/4 squared. Add the square of half the coefficient of x to both sides of the equation. Now, since they said add, now the next step now is we are going to take the we are going to take both sides in squares. At the left hand side, we take the one that is in square. Then we'll now solve the right hand side. We'll solve the right hand side. So take both, okay, not, let's say take squares at the left hand side. Take squares at the what? Left hand side. So at the left hand side here, the squares are x power 2 plus 3 over 4 power 2. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you now equate it to 4 plus 3 over 4 squared. Or if you like, you can write this immediately. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
Now, the next thing you now do, since you say take squares at the left hand side, you now also take the square root of the squares at the left hand side. So you say take, some people will still say take the square root. Take the square root of the squares at the left hand side to make your work easier than repeating the same statement. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
So I can say take the square root of the squares at the left hand side. So on our right, take the square root of the left hand side. Now the square root of the left hand side, the square root of x squared is what? X plus the square root of this 3 over 4 squared. I've not squared it, so the square root of it is still what? 3 over 4. Good. So it is now equal to this our 4 plus 3 what? Squared, right?
Yeah.
4 plus 3 squared all over what? 4. So we will take this now. But before we do that, we say 4 plus, if we do 3 squared, 3 squared will give us what?
9.
9. Then 4 squared will give us what?
16.
16. Good. So we now have x is equals to 3 over 4 equals to 4 plus 9 over 16. So we do addition and subtraction of this side first of all before you talk about this, right?
Yeah.
So let's say x, or you can leave this part first, just do this. Solve the right hand side. So we are solving the right hand side. The LCM of this and this is 16. 1 divided 16 is 16, right?
Yeah.
Then 16 times 4 should give us what? That should be
64.
64, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 64. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, 16 divided 16 is 1. 1 times 9 will give us what?
9.
9. Okay. 64 plus 9, that should be 73.
Yeah.
Is it 73 or 74?
73.
Okay, 73 over 16, right?
Yeah.
Now you can now come back again and say x, you concentrate on this one again. X plus 3 over 4 is equals to 73 over what?
16.
16. Good. Now, are you saying this now?
Yeah.
You have done this. And this one is x plus 3 over 4.
4.
Now, if you remember, we say take the squares. Take square at the left hand side. Now, we took the square at the left hand side. Then we take the square root of the left hand side, right?
Yeah.
Now, this square root we took at the left hand side, we will still take the square root of that at the right hand side. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
So we say take the square root at the right hand side. So which means you can say take the square of the take the square root of the squares at the left hand side and right hand side. If you want to do yours like that. But I prefer doing my own like this just because of teaching for now. And the board is not that wide much like that. So take the square root at the right hand side. We have done that of the left hand side. Now let's do that of the right hand side, which is this place. So we'll now say x plus 3 over what? 4 is equal to square root of 73 over 16, right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, we have x plus 3 over 4 is equals to 73 is not a perfect square.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at there. Square root of 16 is what?
4.
4. We are good to go with this, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be wiping this off so that we move over to this. Okay. So solving this now, x plus 3 over 4 is equals to 7, all in square root 73 over 4. Now, this plus 3 over 4 will go to the right hand side. So it becomes x is equals to
minus 3 over 4.
Yes, minus 3 over 4. Then you include a plus or minus sign. Plus or minus what? Sign. Then square root 73 over what? 4. Right?
Yeah.
So now, why are we including plus or minus? We are including plus or minus because quadratic equations will mostly give you two variables answers, right?
Yeah.
Now, so x is equals to minus 3 over 4. We'll say, let's say, plus square root 73 over 4, or x equals to minus 3 over 4 minus 73 over what? 4. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
If you like, you don't want to write this or x is equals to, you can just say, but it's more preferable, or you can say, or equal to, right?
Yeah.
Whichever one. Okay, now we'll solve these two ways now, separating them from each other. Let's go with these two sides now. Now x is equal to LCM of this and this is 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you still don't want to do this, first of all, you can say minus 3 over 4 plus square root of 73 will give us
That should give it
8.5, right?
Yeah.
8.5 over what? 4. So x is now equals to, they are the same, take 4 minus 3 plus 8.5. So x is equal to, use 8.5 to pay 3. That should be giving you 5.5 over what? 4. So x is equal to 5.4. You can reduce to the lowest term. Lowest term should be around 1.4, right?
Yeah, 1.4 approximate.
Yes, approximately 1.4. Now this one, x is equals to minus 3 over 4. Minus 3 over 4, right?
Yeah.
Now x is equals to minus 3 over 4. Then minus 8.5 as the square root of 73 over 4. Once they have the same denominators, no need of looking for LCM, just pick one, right? 4. Then minus 3 minus 8.5. So x is equals to minus 3 minus 8.5 should be giving us 11, right?
11.5.
Alright, minus 11.5. Now divide this by 4, so will still be negative. Minus what?
Minus 2.8.
Minus 2.8. Alright, one decimal point, minus 2.9.
9. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. So you can now see that x is equals to 5.5 over 4, while x is equals to minus 2.9. X is equals to minus 2.9. Now we are going to pause and write a question down. another question down and see if you are going to be able to solve this by yourself. Alright. Now we have a class activity for you. Yeah. We say solve the equation. Definitely says 2x squared plus 7x plus 2 is equals to 0. I repeat again, solve the equation 2x squared plus 7x plus 2 is equals to 0. Now, using completing the square method, method, correct your answer to one decimal place. What we mean by one decimal place is, for example, if your answer here was before, let's say minus 2.87. So one decimal place here should be x is equals to, since it's 5 above, it will be minus 2.9. So something like that. So please, after solving on a sheet of paper, do well to snap and drop it on the comment section. If you have any question to ask, then we would do justice to that. Then on the link on the bio, you will see my phone number if you need an online tutor for maths, physics, and chemistry. Please do well to call the number on the link below. Thank you.